I wanted to be here to send a message to Congress.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen,
400,000
yes,
members.
I missed the
We've
Voice of
launched
Reason
a
Mayor
bipartisan
Tosh.
campaign.
But we
This is
still
not
have a
about
great Voice of
Republicans and
Reason
Democrats.
in one of the
And it's
greatest
not
cities of
only
the
about
Pentagon as
Israel
well.
and the United
We
States.
welcome
It's an
Alan
existential
Dershowitz.
threat to the entire region. It's a bad deal. We know all the talking points. One last thing. I listened to the Vice President's briefing. I listened to another administration briefing. None of our core concerns have changed. And it was President Obama who originally said, here's the zero-sum game. We give up the sanctions, they give up the nuclear program. What we have is a disaster in the making for America, for Saudi Arabia, for Egypt, for the UAE, and for Israel. And if you ask me how I know, we've met with Arab leaders in the region. For the last 4 years, they've been asking, what is wrong with Washington? And what's happening right now is the U.S. is stepping away from the Middle East, and everyone is scurrying to create new relationships. And the other thing that we're bitterly disappointed about is that throughout this process, the Obama administration refused to publicly denounce the Iranian genocidal verbiage attacks on Israel. It refused to stand up for human rights. It refused to even bring home its 6 citizens. They signaled the Iranian regime they wanted this particular deal, this photo opportunity, a little bit too much. And I'm afraid that we have a bad deal. And, you know, even if we lose the last vote, it's important for the people of the United States, through their Congress, to stand up and say, we blew it, we made a mistake. That's what makes American democracy so powerful. This is why people try to jump fences to come into this country. And we should not personalize the attacks on the president. This is about the Ayatollahs. It's about the Iranian regime and their genocidal hate. It's about their threat 5, 10, and 15 years down the road. And it's about their threat through Hezbollah, maybe weeks away in southern Lebanon.
By the way, you say that so beautifully, Abe. The Simon Wiesenthal Center is known for fighting not only anti-Semitism,
assume for the moment he's right about
not only fighting anti-Semitism,
imagine the choice
fighting hatred, fighting bullying, fighting anytime people take advantage of others. So the President of the United States comes and says, it's important to create a new style. It's not about going to war. It's about diplomacy, that should be the new weapon of the 21st century.
Well, you know, you had Mr. Morgenthau, who was here, who comes from a storied New York family. They're in a century of being in the diplomatic and the political arena. With all due respect, President Obama, he's absolutely right. We prefer diplomacy over war, but it's a false choice. And it's the president who moved the goalposts, not the Congress of the United States. So we've launched today in the Hill, which is a Washington-based publication. We started an online campaign for bipartisan Congress leaders. I'm ready to say the following to my Democratic friends who are going to testify in the Senate and House. We want to be convinced it's a good deal. We're ready to hear maybe you could do a better deal and better presentation than Joe Biden, but we want the reverse too. If you look at this deal objectively and cannot answer the questions that generals and others have said, then you have to have the political courage and the personal integrity to vote against it.
Abe Cooper is doing wonderful work at the Simon Wiesenthal Center. Thank you for some moments here on JBS.
Thank you, sir. Honored to be.